no call me no darkness me. I bet you feel like bro me. But ele clear.
Ku kwa nya dare ji cover. Okay.
Le bobo la ko.
Okay, fuck mommy. Kutuku to togo no plan hwehwea. Kutuku togo le no plan hwehwea. Amaya le jalo. Ale jalo. Zadale tia.
Woroje. Na mato kutuku wa. Na mato kutuku wa.
Ofa. E poto. Eni a tuge papa.
Apo yo mete me wa po. Apo yo.
Ode eyi chere nana.
Ebu abete ni yo.
Shima, akuma le. Eli dra ingba ko be na ka ti. Pani na ha tu mo. Apa?
What dot ever? Red dot ever.
Recording.
Red dot ever. Record. Afadua o tere apak nuka etreka keji. Afadu yo no wi ade beteni. Yo to bring boy.
Ashi ho kokwe. Ashi me ade bo mo ko to. On to spin I don't know how to ko den ama.
Le cabo. Ede. Afadu me wi ade.
Afadu wi ade ede.
So, na
Ne me tu va te matu si con quel pepe ko ko.
so fa du tetele le kala ma pa.
Ana be afuera lo.
De tano de ma pa. Ne kanti di.
Olo apa.
Olo.
Ya kan.
Akanti e. Kwa.
Eu acho.
Eu gosto de subir.
Boa conte. Di kwa. No chifa.
Ni lo be de mala.
Ana ya ta tu ide.
Na un coveri.
Mi atu.
Di tete kwa.
No cancho.
No cancho.
Mi atu. Ba yo come la vere. Ne ba no de mi abete ne mi no me. Me wa ba no de o ma ba no mo sare.
Yo le marche.
O ma ton mi tu.
Eu botar meu.
Ah, do mamana.
Ah.
O mi tu bete.
Andrea ko yo.
Mi Andre ko re.
Andrea ko.
Mi tu ire di.
Come se fa andare a tenere.
Una ra no te tu.
Ya va, ciao. Tu puoi fare?
Sì, con un pepe che devo mettere. Mettere tu bevo un ya le mepe.
Ago. Tapi no, kita bersama. Kita boleh film, kita Aku, saya tahu nana, kita tahu nana, benar. Sofa flowers.
Oh, mau beres. O pito da ko. Ya mate bien ko nkola.
Confio da
A confiata.
confiata.
Ne ti
Da fora.
Luca. A convito da ko to confio to è copy.
Confio da confio.
Crati de te buoyavo. Nei. Confito le mala bedo na ko nei. Crati de te buoyavo. Confito. A confiatra. Lui. Nei. Non so. Confito.
Nei, confitto di Avaco.
Confittra. Ciò confianza è così. O cacchi da buono. Già. Lei. Lei metta come? Confitto di Avaco, sono così. Le cana. Lei. Confitto di Avaco. Ciò confitto.
Lei.
Quella veia. Non può guardare, ma è sempre più bella. Già. E non vuoi mettere? Meglio. Babà tabari ba. Aia.
Le camere, le cane.
So gare dare.
Non so dare roba.
Confitto di Avaco. Lei.
Confitterà. Nei. Confitto di Avaco. Confitterà. Ciò confitto. Cali, nella ma dire con sacca maca come nella attivi
Confitto di Avaco.
a copo buono
Ho fatto
con la cosa è confianza lei ciò cofi uomo dare lascia fatto lei
confitto di Avaco. Non so.
Lei, confitto di Avaco, sono confitto o crati di te buono. Lei, confitto. Buon cubicuna, ma dolinha, buon cubicuna, cojolinho, buon cubicuna, ma dolinha, buon cubicuna, buon culo, buon pe, ma dolinha, buon cubicuna, culo, pe.
Não, no plumani. Como? Não vou fazer isso.
Amém. Sure. Sure da kwajugo. Ije dogo.
Mo pa sina ba.
Aí, eu vou porque tem esse aqui é a Gigi Abba. Back you know the prepare. As you a minha vida. You are young.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you find yourself at this very precious moment. Thank you very much for waiting patiently and joining our live streaming. I am your host, Bokor Christopher Voncujovi. Please, I'm going to pour libation, and then after the libation, we can. We can start to read your comments, your greetings, and also your questions. Thank you all very much for waiting. I am grateful. Oh, ago mauga soboli sa meduago, mauga kitikata meduago, mauga ese meduago. Ese joto amejoto, ese nanu ame, ese te nanu ame, woman of heavy, doku no heavy, woman of heavy maybe ananu doku no heavy ogbena, woman of heavy maybe ananu doku no heavy ogbena, doku no heavy maybe ananu woman of heavy ogbena. Ese popolipo meyo. Esenyo amenyo, esegla amegla, ese Georgie ame Georgie, meduago. We are sheme hamfura shoko semi fura shopeti meduago. Abraxas mayozi adrepo duago yota adreto mevime kuna. Uwo vesoto, reka meyo meduago. Meyo miano zojie anyidu zokaka chika zboje adre. Miala fa banya gba mi la akwi banya gba mi jodo hono me yora kakekelo wenya yingba majo flo afokula yingba modu adika wenya abri me matekulo eteku etega o me yo akan becho fa kan mo le bakan jevo bakan bisu bakan trovo bakan menyo bakan dufia bakan mami wata baka ga bakan pelikpa bi megba hadza do la ko ƒle ba me dɔdzi fitɔ ba srɔ̃mete dɔdzi o meyɔ mi nu ɖa xɔ gbawo bewuawo kakuawo kpe mi zango meyɔ mi kple viwo ɖa kekeke mi axɔ gbese yɔ ɖa keke wo dzɔ kpata dzɔmaku afɔke mevɔ le mɔdzi tsi mevɔ le vudo megbe ɖi o koklo ko atɔ le fɔfɔ me dzɔgbenyuiwo he ebe dzɔgbenyui to aya mo mɔdzi o toa anuku aɖe kpe venyinyi le ƒe megbetɔwo va dzɔ tuzɔ kple ɖuwo menɔ teƒe ɖeka dzɔ kpata be ye le hafi edzovɔwo va dzɔ nyinyi dzɔ kpatawo ƒe fia dzɔ kpata metrɔna megbe da amewo lo avifagbe eɣlie ɖina dzɔkpata nenɔ anyi afi mia adzɔ lo wuuuuuuuuui dzɔkpata dzɔkpata yi teƒe me yɔ mesi me gbɔ dzi ɖe tɔgbe ɖe nte aʋakpe luti zugbolu adzima ogboju kple woɖɔ dza lo ƒe ŋkɔme valentine fafa me lo va alo dzo na kpefu ago sakpate me yɔ atigeli me yɔ gorobodu me yɔ la keke laafia me yɔ amegã sese gedza kpakpa sese sese tɔgbe gedze baxɔ ha o me yɔ brahini me yɔ gbɔgbɔtsi me yɔ ŋugbe foli bo foli kɔkɔ mɔ ɖeke gbomli godo klutse kuma kɔmla gatɔ gbenyo kuto me ne fana mi lo o me yɔ tɔnye kɔsi poku akubi yɔ nɔnye mary akɔsɔ agɔku fonye kɔ gedze tasi nye amewo si fusi jam kɔsɔ abrakɔbra ba manye gbɔdzoe mba tɔgbenye agɔku kofi tɔgbenye akubi ame nsa mama nye doro eƒe ŋugbe peku no kuto me ne fana mi me yɔ ƒo nye celestine yawo akubia katrina akubia fonye asense kɔdzo fonye yawo ben akubia kuto me ne fana mi lo e me yɔ mia srɔ̃wo atsutsi atsufi akubia sisilia akpene eka teƒe me nsa kuto me ne fana mi e me yɔ awu nɔ tudzi bakɔ tudzi tɔgbe tudzi me yɔ kinikini hase pɔntsi agbara so barago nana me yɔ lo me yɔ bakɔ adafli soso fa hu agbovi bakɔ afatsa wa dzɔge kuto me ne fana mi me yɔ hunɔhunu le va kpɔ hunɔhunu le egbe avegã tɔgbe ama ze me yɔ la ke kuto me ne fana mi lo me yɔ tɔgbe nani tretu le dzita akpohunɔ me yɔ la kekekekeke ya me yɔ tɔgbe abraham dzivenu le tsame tɔbɔkɔ kuto me ne fana mi lo o me yɔ tɔgbe fiatɔ simon kavila be nyana si agɔte me yɔ daniel evie kpama ɖe la gbaro me yɔ me do ago eye me yɔ amegã kɔku anatɔvi ankeyima wo be ƒe ɖeka devɔ kuto me ne fana o eye me yɔ happy akɔsɔ abadzi ƒe ɖeka wɔ tse de kuto me ne fana mi lo gongongongongongongong o me yɔ treviviwo me yɔ brahimviwo gedzeviwo kubiaviwo gbenyiviwo kpo yi dzi me le batso nyanungua teshi mate tsuru carpenter road painters road no keke me yɔ ubazi museum no kete pete va xɔ dagbe lo kuto me ne fana ni e me yɔ abotsi sakraka me tso aba obe adogo o kotokoli ro nko kunuma ku agbere no gbere to be yo ale acho o frantamani o fevini nkuba bisinkra o kofito jambaku o cho tu akofi o cho hen kofi atra kable me yɔ mi o pete me yɔ togbe ahogbato me gbavodo to tora ho ebublu manya zakpa zagidi kunyo hoto ko sinyo hoto me do ago me yɔ hala mata hala ausa be fia don ko mega me yɔ ra ke do ago nani dagbe le dzi me yɔ mi do eye me yɔ asisi nguga aƒeli kplɔgodo zagbadza ƒovi ƒonɔ aƒenyo aƒeli tɔ agblẽnyo aƒeli tɔ asinyo aƒeli tɔ wonyo kpokpo wonu nɔ nyuiwo nɔ vɔwo nɔ asisi nguga me yɔ ra kekekeke le me yɔ tɔgbe kpetsu manyamli zambotoe wobe lakae ma wobe gbagbate tv wobe lakae ma wobe ŋiniŋini viwo kpɔ mi kpɔ gbagbate tv ɖa mi kpɔ ŋiniŋini viwo ɖa me yɔ mi ɖa kekekeke lo nyateƒe mena eye me yɔ tɔgbe glimdo be ko ekpotso dzi me ƒo abedza ne gbe kɔme ko atsi ne tu ne glimdo ƒo ne glimdo dɔ ne glimdo nya ne glimdo ahe ne glimdo ebe ye nye yeƒe me gaɖe fu nam fi ka yi fifɔ la ko tuwo no ɖani kpowo no ɖani gbetsivɔ no ɖani mɔlivɔ no ɖani adzevɔ no ɖani trɔvɔ no ɖani ŋkuvɔ nuvɔ no ɖani amevɔ no ɖani eye be ye nye gbɔŋɛ meƒo ha ɖe nani kekekekeke kae me yɔ mi ye me yɔ aklama evidzidzi aklama srɔ̃ɖeɖe aklama ame srɔ̃ anɔ egbɔ tse aklama awɔ dɔ akpɔ vi ɖe ne tse aklama akpɔ xexeme be dagbe tse aklama kpe me yɔ ɖa kekeke na ɖi nam lo za kple kele eye me yɔ tɔgbe mamawo pete anyigba ma dzo flɔ miawo keke me yɔ mi lo teƒe me yɔ aklaku ŋutɔsi mena ha gongo dagbe lo miawoe le mi le me yɔ tɔgbe dzanyabe me yɔ mia pete kekekekeke manviwo be trɔga me yɔ ɖa kekekekeke akpe. Okay, I am now set for your questions and your comments, so I will start reading. Please, if you have some questions you want to ask me, please prepare them and then ask me. Okay, let's bring in the questions. Let me see. Nana. Is it Nana?
Yes, please.
Then can you increase the this in a little bit so I can see it well? The font. Yeah. Zoom it for me. Yeah. It's 100%. Oh, then my eyes cannot see well. Eh? It's not clear. It's now getting clear. Okay. Okay, now I get a Nene Weche Saki the second. What will let a person not see success after doing everything like visiting the place and churches? Nene Weche Saki the second. It will depend on so many things. When visiting a place does not necessarily guarantee your success. Visiting a spiritual shrine does not guarantee a success. Because it's like going to a church and you think that if you go to church, you are believing that God lives inside church room. But God does not live in church. So when you go there, you don't see anything. And the same thing, God doesn't live in a shrine, whereby you think that when you just visit a shrine, your life will change. No. When you are visiting a place or you are trying every spiritual thing and you are not seeing results, try doing a reading. Try someone who knows how to do a reading very well. There are a lot of spiritualists like Bokors who, what do you call it? They have been initiated into Fa, and they are a Fa Bokor. But some of them have not even gotten to the level where they will be initiated into the practicality of Fa, where if they are able to do a ritual for you, the ritual will be accepted by the spiritual world. Those Bokors are also there, but of course they are all Bokor. They are throwing the Gumaga or the divination chain. So you think that just because they call them Babalawo or they call them Bokor or they call them priests and they are throwing the divination chain, they are automatically qualified to be able to communicate with the spirit world properly. No. Many people have gone to school to be lawyers, but some lawyers are better lawyers than others. That's why when a case or something happens, people look for the best lawyers, and the best lawyers will defend you. So also it is in our traditional spirituality. It's not everybody who has a shrine who is actually a real master of everything. This, you should all keep that one in mind. So when you visit a spiritualist and he or she is doing things for you but you are not seeing results, what you should look for is look for a real diviner, a person who can divine very properly. And the person's divination chain should not be an empty chain. Because a lot of time people just go and get the venue and they make the divination chain. But when you make the divination chain needs to be embedded with certain herbs we call talking herbs. And when you get these herbs and feed your divination chain with it, it gives that power to the divination chain in order to be able to get the message that you are suffering from, or whatever message you have given to the oracle. The divination chain will be able to pick that information properly, just like a scanner. How you put a photocopier or you put something into a scanner, and the scanner will scan it and it will be clear. There are some scanners that when they scan things for you, it will not show very clearly. So look for a scanner that can be very clear if you want to see the clear picture or the printout of whatever you are trying to scan. But if you don't get a correct scanner, you cannot get a correct picture. So it is in spirituality too. So if you are going to a place or going to places and things are not going on well for you, try to look for a proper diviner whose divination chain or the tools that they use for divination are pure spiritual, not fake or pretending to be spiritualist things. The real things that have been well ordained and have a control from the spirit world, so that they can do a divination for you and find proper answers to your challenges. So this may be the reason. If you don't have the proper diviner, and the person who is working for you is also not well experienced in spirituality, and the person is only trying to make money and telling everybody that he is better than someone, or he is this, he is that, even though he is just new, a very brand new person in spirituality. But then he wants to claim to everybody that, oh, because he has been initiated, he is a priest. They will deceive you, and you fall into trouble all the time. So look for a proper priest. At least look for a priest who has at least a 10-year experience in doing this work, and especially at least a 10 years of experience in doing divination or doing things for people. Such kind of priest might have made some mistakes already and will be able to correct it. But someone who just got a fat today and then tomorrow set up a shrine and start telling people that because he is a far, and put white cloth around himself, and then maybe put certain things to make you to look at him and think that he is a powerful person. Such people, they are scammers. They are just trying to deceive you. Yeah, they pick other people's work and present it to you as if it is their work. And if you go to such kind of priest, you will only fail. So look for a proper priest. They may be expensive, and every good thing is expensive. If the person says, oh, I am cheaper than those people, so come to me, then you know he wants to take your money. Because if you go to buy a Kia car, and then you buy a Toyota car, they are all called cars. I'm not saying Kia is a very bad car, but compare Kia to Toyota. Toyota has been in this car business for many years before Kia and all the other cars or any Chinese car are started. So that's why when you want to buy Toyota price is more expensive. And even if you want to compare Toyota to Benz has been is also in the business for a very long time. So Benz car is usually more expensive than Toyota cars. So it is what you pay for is what you get. If you buy a Kia car, it is Kia you get. If you buy Toyota, it's Toyota you get. So it is in everything, not only in spirituality, but everything in life. Whatever is very good costs money. And it is also because the person who is doing it or selling it has had experience. That's why with time comes experience, and with experience comes the price. But if you choose to go to a cheap place and the person is telling you, I will not charge you much, I'm better, I know what that person is doing, I can do it better than him, or I know exactly, but my money will be cheaper, so come to me, and you've gone there. Cheap things are always expensive. Thank you very much. And then, what is the name? Then get the question back to me. I can say Nene Weche Saki the second. Thank you very much for that question. Okay, do we have any question on that Facebook revolution? Okay, we are now going to African Magic Temple on we are going on TikTok. So we have Selassie Tete, say God bless you, we love you, Papa. Thank you very much, Selassie. I'm very grateful, and we also love you all. Then we have Henry Hansen 855. Good day, Papa. Watching you live from the Springs. I hope all is well to include the family. Yes, we are all fine, Dr. Henry Hansen. We are very grateful to you. Thank you very much. We are grateful to you. Thank you very much. And then I have a Kaniba say God bless you, and God bless you too, Kaniba. Thank you all very much for joining the decision. And then we have Adolf Ajay Kumsin say good evening. Good evening, Adolf. How are you? Thank you very much for joining our live section. And then I think that's all that we have on TikTok for now. Okay, we are now going to YouTube. Let's look at YouTube, Africa Magic Temple on YouTube. I think we don't have any. Bokor Shamba Mohammed is saying, Shamba Musa Mohammed is saying, good afternoon, Papa. Hello, Shamba. How are you? How is your health now? I pray that you are getting better. Yeah, thank you very much for joining. My regards to your family, your mom, your dad, your brother, and everybody, your loved ones. Thank you very much. So, as I was saying, if you buy cheap things, you get cheap things. So people who, if you want to get good, you want to get ahead in spirituality, try to find someone who has been in the spiritual field for some time, who has got an experience. Not someone who was hungry and looking for an opportunity and quickly goes to get an initiation, and then within a day or two, he already set up a shrine. And then, of course, he comes on TikTok and social media and then start telling you things as if he actually was a priest for a very long time. Such people are dangerous. What they do is that they'll just destroy your life. Because as I said some time back ago, some people do not know how to make a se, or how to even remove a seven. A se is destiny, and a seven is negative destiny. But then such people, they have watched someone doing it, and then tomorrow they declare themselves a priest, and then they start to do it for you. But you see, in this our work, one good thing about it is that your teacher has to hand over to you and do certain rituals, and so from today, before the gods, before the spirits, that from today, you too, the spirit world should work with you. It's a ritual that from now onwards, you have passed through a training under him, and he is requesting the spirit world that all the spirits that are with him, that he has taught you, and the spirits that are with him, they should accept you as a priest and be able to allow you to work with the spirit world. This is done in everything, even in Christianity, in Islam. If you want to be an imam, the Quran is there, everybody can read it and say something. But the imam or the muallimu, all these people, they have gone to extra study to know more about it. In Christianity, there are people who are real pastors. I'm not talking about Abroni Wawu pastor, where Abroni Wawu pastor is a pastor who decided he was hungry and then went and bought a Bible, and then go to the street and get some old coat and wear it, and then all of a sudden start to talk about God and standing on the street telling people he is trying to save them. You can't save yourself. Who can you save? You cannot save yourself. Even the Bible said already that you have a log of wood on your eye. You cannot remove it. Then you say you are going to remove a speck of wood on somebody's eye. How? So a lot of these people who are hungry, they just go and buy coat And that's why I call Abroniwa Usofo. And then they start preaching. And then people believe that if you are stupid, yeah, let me say so, you believe them. They are hungry people looking for bread. They have no spiritual power, and they are the very ones who will say, God told me to tell you. God told me to tell you. If God told them to tell you, why can't God tell you yourself directly? See, when you hear these people, so people who are real pastors have gone to proper training, and they have gone through the mill, and they know what to do, and they can tell. You can tell from their experience. They are not there condemning that, oh, this priest is not a very good priest, that priest is very too expensive. No. Anybody who is telling you that doesn't know what they are saying. Because if a good priest is expensive, why not? Spirituality is not a kaklo where you buy agbeli kaklo and then you think, no, spirituality is expensive everywhere. Even people who are in Islam, they want to go and see God in Mecca. You know the ticket money? They have to look for that money and buy the ticket and go to see the Kaaba. And if you don't go to, what you call it, don't go to pilgrimage at Mecca, you cannot know what is in Mecca. You can read about it, you can hear about it, people can tell you stories about it, but when you go yourself, you see it, you have your own story to tell because you have experience. So it is in spirituality. A lot of people are just there fooling themselves and deceiving other people, and people who do not know, people who are looking for the truth, people who are tired with life are going to such people because they are people who actually, they propagate themselves more than the real priests. Because the real priests are there, they are quiet. And to get to them is not that easy. That's the truth. So these ones are on the road and ringing bell and making people to think that they are the ones who know the thing. But when you look and ask them their background, you realize that they have no spiritual background whatsoever. But then they are the ones who are telling you that they are going to help your life. They will just mess you up. Okay, let's see if there's anything somewhere. Let me read. And then we have Toby Jigbeza says, so Kai say good afternoon, Papa, Bokor Enuledo. Yeah, Bokor Jigbeza Enuledo, America Medena Nudo, Woliwofu. Yes, until today, because until Friday, I haven't received any message from the post office about your the items you have sent to me. But tomorrow, I'm going to follow up with the tracking number to see how it will come to me. If they don't call me early morning, I'll call them by afternoon to make sure where I can go and pick up the package. Thank you very much. And I have seen the message you have sent to me through Sena, or from Sena through you. I've seen that one too, and thank you very much. And then we have Bokor Shamba Musa Mohammed say, thank you, Papa. I am better now. I had never really been spiritually sick before. Okay, yeah. The doctors didn't even know what was wrong with me, but once you did the rituals, I became better without taking medicines. Yeah, because you know, you and Sena, you were trying to help people by initiating them and giving them this. And those people's the spirits that were disturbing them and following them will attack you. Yeah, but it's part of the work, you know. Those are the things that come with this work. Sometimes you will get an attack from helping other people, because if a cat, for instance, a cat has caught a mouse and is about to eat it, and you take it away from its mouth, and tomorrow you did the same, next tomorrow you did the same. When next time you send your hand and you want to rescue that mouse from the cat will scratch you. And even in Afar, there is a story where when Deaf and Afar were competing. Anytime Deaf caught something and wants to kill it, Afar will find a way to rescue eat from death. So death went and reported to God that this is what my brother is doing. Anytime I want to eat food, he took it away from me, but he's always eating. Then God said, no, he's going to set a competition for them. Whoever wins will take the leadership. So in the first competition, Afa won. So everything in the world was not dying anymore. People became old, they are not dying. Animals were not dying. Even if you kill them, they will not die. The trees were there, and everything was just there, and people became tired. If there's a room here that two people who used to live in it, because somebody will die and another person will occupy it, the room is there and the people are multiplying and the people became more than the rooms. Food was becoming scarce. So the very people who were praying to God to remove death and let Afa rule, they went and they were begging God and said they should go, they should let people die so that things should die so that they can live. So God set an examination for Afa and a test for Afa and death again. And this time, Afa intentionally lost to death. So death started killing things again, and then that became okay. So in this our work, we have to accept nature as it is. When someone is in trouble, that is their problem. And if we as spiritual people want to rescue the person, we should also understand that we are going to take some part of their karma on ourselves, and we will suffer it. So whatever it is that is happening to you, it's a spiritual sickness, as you yourself has clearly said. And I thank God that you are feeling better. Thank you very much, Amba. It's part of the work. All that you need is continue doing what you are doing and do it well. The spirit well, and the ancestors will continue to support you so that you will go through all these challenges anytime that they confront you. Thank you very much, Bokor Shamba. Okay, we don't have too many questions from anywhere today, so we'll just, okay, if there is no questions or anything, just play the videos for a while. There's a question on Zoom. No. Okay, we just wait. Play some of the Abochi videos. Continue playing them. They are old videos, but they are good videos. And how is the sound? Because the other day somebody was saying our sound was so low, that's why they couldn't see hear, so they left. Is it okay? So adjust their own microphone, their earphones. Oh, I thought take it from every angle.
I to take go around.
That anyway, na me na na come no call me no darkness me. I be feel like egg bomb le. But ele clear.
Ku kan hia da reji mo ba. Okay. Papa sule.
Le bobo la koyo.
Okay, fukmo. Kutoku totogo no kla hwehwea. Kutoku togo le no kla hwehwea. Amaya le jalo. Ale jalo. Zadale tia.
Worojo.
Namo toko to kwa bo. Ba jano ba bo tare. Namo toko to kwa bo. Ofa. E poto. Eni a to ge papa.
Apo yo mete me wa po. Apo yo.
Eyi chere. Nana.
Edu abese ni yo.
Shima. Ele dran gba ko bi na ka ti adui. Pani na hala tun ho. Apa, o do la ke ya no.
Tetama.
Afadu awo. Ewo ni yo. Me le record ni olo. Esi ke ko.
Kalem. Stone ya lo pepe.
But dot ever. Red dot ever.
Elle record.
Red dot ever.
Elle record.
Me le record. Afadu awo kere apa nuka etreka keji. Afadu yo me wi ade beteni. Yo to bring boy.
Ashi ho ho ko. Ashi me yare ho mo ko ko. On ton spin I don't know how to ko den ama.
Le cabo.
Ede.
Afadu me ya de.
Ama wi afadu yo me wi ade ede.
So, te da na mi
per.
per.
Ne me tu va te ma tu si con ko pepe ko ko.
So, fa du tetele de kala ma para.
Anabe akwera ro.
De tano de ma para. De kanti di.
Olo apa.
Olo.
Ya kan.
Akanti e. Para.
Ayo wa tu.
Boa conte. Di te pa. No tu fa.
Ni lo gede mala.
Na ya ta tu ide.
Na un coveri.
Ni atu.
Di te quoi.
Na kancho.
No ga kanti.
Ni atu. Ba yo come la bere. Na ba no ade mi abete na mi no me. Me wa ba no de o ma ba no mo sare.
Yo le ma ke.
O ma ton mi tu.
Ko ta mo be.
A do ma na.
Ah.
O mi tu bete.
Andrea ko yo.
Ni andre ko re.
Andrea ko.
Mi tu ide di.
Come se fa andare a tenere.
Una ra no te tu.
Ya va, ya. Tu puoi fare?
Mettere tu. Si con un pepe che mettere. Mettere tu be Can you hear me?
Yes. It's showing.
It's showing that my talking is coming?
Yes.
Okay, that's the audio mixer there. Okay. So now, okay, I can now answer the question back for Tagbeji Beza. Okay. Tagbeji Beza was saying that what are some of the things you can do to deal with spirit sickness? Are there any methods to prevent it? And then I took the second question: how can it be identified from physical sickness? So I took the second question first. Means to identify a spiritual sickness is when you get sick and you did all the necessary laboratory tests and you've been to the doctor and they don't see anything wrong with you, but you are sick, you are feeling the pain, you are feeling the sickness, and yet still medical equipments and tests couldn't tell you what sickness is worrying you, or they say that, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. That is the indication that you are having a spiritual attack. Saying so, then how do you prevent it? What you do now is that because all the other methods of looking for it and preventing it didn't work, you are advised to do a spiritual consultation, a divination, or a reading to find out from the spiritual plane or from the spiritual field or the spiritual sphere what is happening to you. So by doing so, you'll be able to heal yourself, because the spiritual consultation is going to tell you the root cause of the problem or the challenge, and it will also give you a guidance on what to do to overcome the challenge. Yeah. Thank you. Who called in? That they were not hearing. But you are hearing. We are hearing on YouTube now.
Yes, it's fixed now.
And they say that the problem that Togbe Jigbeza has identified. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So we thank God. Thank you very much, Togbe Jigbeza, for the question, and also alerting us to know that the audio wasn't coming out or the sound wasn't coming out. And I hope you have heard my explanation now. And if anything, you can follow up. The challenges today are many. Okay, so let's go up and let's see. We are now back on TikTok now. The Luna said, "Can you got the puzzle piece?" Okay. Then we have Lynn E. Said, "Look at my papa, so handsome. Thank you for everything. I still feel amazing from my initiation." Lynette, Bokor, how are you? Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I saw your video of pouring libation. You are just on it. That's what it is supposed to be. We all started from somewhere. So you are not doing anything different at all. That's just the way to go. So keep going. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful, Bokor. And then we have a witch advisor. Hello, Papa. How are you doing? I am very well, witch advisor. This your name is Bigo. And the witch advisor is, "Papa, why does Badu have so many restrictions? Which doctor, but which advisor? I don't have Badu, as I said last week. I have not been initiated into Badu, and I have even not gone to wash my face at Badu Shrine. So I would not know why Badu has so many restrictions. But what I know is that Badu is like one of the highest deities in Afa. In the Afa, the pinnacle of Afa is Badu, especially in Anago Fa. Badu is the one that is there. So maybe when you meet someone who has a Badu, who works with Badu, it will be advisable that you should ask that person why Badu has so many restrictions. Because I am not initiated into Badu. I've not gone to even eat anything from Badu, like try to be a member or get some basic initiation into Badu. Yes, I know my friends who have Badu, and at one time I myself I thought I wanted to have it, but I realized that my children are not old, and I don't know, because my spiritual tradition as in Fa, I'm still a novice. Even though I had been initiated more than 20 years ago, I am still a novice in Afa. So I haven't gotten Badu, and maybe one day when my children are old and they understand, if they are sure they can handle the shrine in my absence, I may get it. But for now, I haven't gotten Badu, so I don't know why Badu has so many restrictions. Thank you very much. And then we have African Divine Portals. Say, good evening, Papa. Greetings to you from Nigeria. Hello, African Divine Portals. Greetings to you and your loved ones. Thank you very much for joining the section. And then we have Invisible. Say, good evening, Papa, from Cameroon. Hello, Invisible. How are you? How is Cameroon? Thank you very much for joining us on Africa Magic Temple and Ewe Vodu Education on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and on Zoom. We are very grateful that you are joining us. And then Lynn Ed says something is wrong with his device because I heard everything. Okay, so yeah, but then we have just fixed it, and I think everybody can hear us now. Thank you very much, Bokor Lynette. We are very, very grateful. And then we have Invisible. Say, how can you know you have a spiritual calling to become a priest? I don't think anybody knows that they have a spiritual calling to become a priest. I have never heard it before that somebody knows that they have a spiritual calling to become a priest. It is only in Christianity that we hear such kind of laudable information that I have a calling to become a pastor. There is nothing in spirituality that somebody can say that I have a calling to become a priest, whereby you will know. If you are supposed to become a priest of any particular spirit, the spirit must possess you. And when the spirit possesses you, it is going to give information. And it is that in that information is when people will know that you are supposed to be the priest. It does not matter how old you are or how young you are. You can be you can even be in your mother's womb. And if the spirit wants you to be its priest or priestess, it will already identify you. And when you are born, the people around you will do the necessary things for you to become this. But it is not a question of saying you have got a calling to become a priest. It is not normally in our African traditional spirituality where somebody will say I have got a calling to become a priest. I have never heard it before. Invisible. If you want to be a priest, you can choose to go and learn and to become a priest. But to say you have a calling, just like how Christians say they have a calling to be a pastor, I don't think so. Yeah. You can choose to be a priest. It's not necessarily that it's a calling. But if your inner self feels good towards becoming a traditional priest, And if there's no traditional priest in your society or in your community, you can go to other communities and ask, and then they can do a reading for you to find out whether you can be a good priest. It is not like the pastor where somebody who has no job and is hungry will go and buy a coat from a roadside and go and buy a Bible and start shouting and saying that it is a calling. We don't do that in our traditional spirituality. If you are going, if a spirit want you to work with them, the spirit has to possess you, and the spirit has to identify you. It's not you who say, I have a calling. You should be very clear with this, my answer. It is not you who say, I have a calling to become a priest. It is the spirit that will identify you and pick you out. And the spirits, they know how to identify you and they know how to pick you out. It is not a calling matter. Okay, thank you very much, Invisible. Then we have which advice as a Papa. Do you think Ghana will ever open a Voodoo museum like Republic of Benin in 2025? You see, Ghana is a secular country. We have Christians, we have Muslims, and we have traditionalists, which in the olden days they call them animists. But the two religions that are more or have more people attracted to them is Christianity and Islam. And until the government recognizes that Ghana is a secular country and has got three different ways of worshiping, and give respect to all of the ways people pray to their God, and give them equal representation, it is only then that you can even think of saying they are going to have a museum of a Voodoo museum. Museum can be made in places like the university and all these things, but to have a national museum as it's happening in Benin, I don't know. Until you find a leader who is not a hypocrite and who is also not dancing to the music of the European and the Arab, then you can think about that. But for now, it does not matter whether we have a museum or we don't have a museum. People have shrines all around the country, from the north to the south, from the Inzima to the Dagomba to Mamprusi and all this. We have shrines. People have shrines, and Voodoo's practice or our traditional spirituality is not what will I say? It is not tourist attraction whereby you have to go and put Voodoos in some place for people to come and see. Our practice is a practical one, and people who want to know anything about it must practically go towards such places where they can find their information and answers. But to say that they make a museum and put Voodoos inside a museum, I don't think it is I personally don't think it's a very important thing. However, I've been in Germany recently trying to work out that one day our traditional artifacts and Voodoos that had been taken away by the Germans during colonial time should be returned to Ghana. And then whether Ghana government will create a place for them to be hosted, or they will create a place at the university where they will be kept, or whatever. But I single-handedly believe that I can create a place. If that time comes, I will keep them there. But whether the government will take the interest in hosting or keeping them, that's another thing. So I don't think it is that necessary that they have to create a museum for Voodoo. We have a lot of Voodoo shrines in Volta region. You go to the north, you go to Nzima, you go to Kumasi, go all the everywhere in Ghana they have Voodoo shrines. So anybody who wants to see Voodoo can go there. You don't need a museum. Yeah, that's from my own personal decision. You don't need a museum for them, because we all have space for our Voodoos in our shrines. So if anybody who is interested in knowing about Voodoo can go to any of these shrines where real practitioners are there, can talk about the Voodoos, and then also teach if you want to learn. Because one thing you must understand, that Voodoo is not a religion whereby they have a particular human being who had come into this world before, who happened to be God's ally, so that without him you cannot see God. Voodoo doesn't have that kind of concept. So having what do you call it? Having a Voodoo shrine may not necessarily be the answer, because there are so many. Having a Voodoo museum may not necessarily be an answer, because the moment you start to fight that Voodoo museum or Voodoo, there should be like how they have the National Muslim Mosque, and then they were trying to build a cathedral, that they should also build a Voodoo district. What Voodoo are you going to put in there that other people will come and see? Because the Northern Vodus are different, Southern Vodus are different, Ewe Vodus are different, Nzima Vodus are different, Ashanti Vodus are different. So which Voodoo are you going to put in that place, and it will not create a conflict that somebody's Voodoo is more important and being accepted than ours? So if you want to look for Akan Voodoo or Akom, go towards the Akan line to learn. If you want to go to the north, go towards the north. If you want to learn from Eves, go and learn from the Eves. If you want to learn from the Nzima, go. If you want to learn from the Northness or the Ga Adangwe, you learn from them. So for me personally, that argument that there must be a Voodoo this year, that it does not come. However, if they want to give a day as a traditional day where we pay homage and revere our ancestors in our national calendar, yes, that I support, in the sense that everybody will go to their home and then pray to their ancestors. Whether you are a Christian or you are a Muslim, you still have an ancestor, so you can go there. So let's go up. The Invisible was asking that question, right? Yes. So Invisible, I think it is not the which advisor asked the question. So I don't know. I don't think it is very necessary, but whether Ghana will have it or will not have it, for me, I'm not concerned very much about that, because spirituality is not politics. Yeah. And then we have an African divine porter say, you stress your voice because of us. Please, I suggest you take warm honey tea. It will help. Oh, thank you very much. I'm very grateful. And then African divine porter said, please, can you tell us more about Toby Jopata and his work? I have interest. Okay, Jopata is a Voodoo at my shrine. And I don't know any other shrine that has Jopata apart from my brother Toby Bullet, who has Jopata, but it all came to me somehow. So Jopata is a Voodoo that protects, defends, and also open doors for people. It has been a Voodoo with me for over 30 years now, that I have been working with to protect myself and people who come to get initiated into him. So basically that's all that it is. It is for protection and defense, to protect you and to defend you from negative things and sudden happenings. That's all that Toby Jopata is all about. Thank you. And you will not find Jopata anywhere from my apart from my shrine. I don't know how many places you will find it. from my shrine and Bullet Shrine. That's where that you can find Chapata. Yeah. Thank you very much, African Divine Portal. And then we have Mr. Invisible say, okay, Papa, thanks very much for the answering my question. You have clarified my doubt. Thank you. And then African Divine Portal, so your website has been down for some time now. I have some digital expert who can help for free, sir. I don't know whether my website has been down, but I have my digital team that had been here. They created it and they are still around. If they notice that it is down, they will do something about it. But I haven't seen that. I have not heard that it is down, so I don't know where that is. But for us, it is still working with us. Otherwise, we cannot be transmitting and doing these ones for you. So maybe you are not able to access it, then that is that. But my technical team is saying that it is not yet down. Okay, thank you very much for the offer. And then we have Lynette say, Papa, was your trip to Germany successful? Do you have to go back? Yes, my trip to Germany was very successful. What I went there for, I was able to achieve, and I was able to teach and also to learn from the Vodus that had been there. Yes, the project is not yet over, because this is the time that we have come to identify the different deities, the Vodus and entities, the artifacts, those which are spiritual and those who are just art. It is now that we have identified them. So definitely in the future, if they should need me to come and clarify certain things for them, I will be going. But then we are also trying to initiate our communities to demand for the Vodus that were taken from our area, that we should demand for them so that they can be returned. So this is the process in which we are now. So definitely I may be going back sometime in the future, but I don't know now, because the team from Germany will be coming to Ghana for a workshop, which I am also part of. So yeah, that's what it is. Thank you very much, Bokor Lynette. Thank you very much. I hope everyone is fine. And then we have African Divine Portal. Okay, sir, maybe I'm checking with a wrong web address. Yes, maybe. Thank you very much. And then we have Invisible again saying, I'm very interested in African spirituality, but don't know how to go about it. Papa, any advice? If you are interested in African traditional spirituality, it is everywhere actually. In your community, there must be someone who is a traditional priest. Someone, even within your own family, may be in charge of ancestral heritage. I will advise you that find out those people, approach them, ask them about your interest, and let them explain to you what your ancestors or their ancestors have done or left behind, the knowledge and the wisdom that was left behind, so that you can start from there. Because learning about African traditional spirituality, the best thing is to start from your own community. Because when you start from your own ancestral community, where you came from, where your ancestors came from, and you ask them, it is more direct for you to be able to understand things in that way than going into another community where we have to start, the people have to start to teach you about their culture and then bringing you down to your level. So you can start with, is the rain still falling? Okay. It could fall again. Hey. Let it come. But what will we do? What is happening to Semafa?
I've sent for
You are sick again. There is no milk in the house. Huh? You can't breathe well. I go. Then you bath. You'll be fine. Hmm? Maybe you ate too much. Because I saw you coming and going and all this thing. So let Kofi come and. Okay, sorry. So let them Kofi take you to Togbe Glimdo's room and pray for you and then fetch the water so that you can listen. Because Kofi has the atakwi to Glimdo, so he can pray. I'm on live program. I can't do anything immediately for you. So tell Seram to call him to come. Where is Seram? Or call anybody in the house.
I sent
No, not to buy medicine. They should come. Medicine is this is here. You don't need to go and get medicine. But people are in the house. Tara is there. Everybody is there. They should just come and go to Togbe Glimdo's shrine. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, excuse me. I hold on for me for a while. My daughter is having some attack, so I want them to. Just call them to come. So please hold on for us. The technical team is not here, so I cannot I cannot see the questions. But as I was talking to African Divine Portal or Invisible, I don't know who, but please approach someone in your community who is a spiritualist or a traditionalist, so that they can start giving you something about. Even if there is no tradition, go to see an elder in your community. I know that a lot of elders now are church, they became church elders and they are forgotten about home. But surely there will be someone in the family who knows about your ancestors and can tell you story about your ancestors. And that is where you start from. That's the advice I can give. Yeah. Let me go. Just a moment, please. Everybody that I sent are not coming on time. I don't know what they are looking for. I'll be with you in a moment. It's okay. Please, can you hear me now? So they couldn't see what we did there.
No, please. The Facebook people will not see, but
TikTok people might see.
they will
Okay.
see.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. I just went in to pray for my daughter. Pray to one of my Vodus so that they can do some emergency healing for my little daughter for me. So thank you for waiting. I think let me go to the go up for me. Yes, there. Invisible. Okay, thanks very much, Papa, for the advice. Okay. Luna, okay, Solo King join and say, and you are in abroad? I live in Ghana. Solo King, I live here in Ghana. I live in Accra, the capital city of Ghana. Yeah. And then Luna, but have I finished the question at the top of Solo?
Please, where?
So there are questions there, so let me read them. This was what, okay, let's go up. My cousin is there, my big brother is there. Okay, somebody said I'm interested in African spirituality. Then I was advising, go into your community, find some elder or even the elder person, somebody old in your community should be able, within your own family should be able to tell you something. And then I have my big brother, Judge James Benson say, I will be with you. Thank you you are welcome. Good evening. It's been a while. We haven't really seen for almost a year and I have not come to say hello. I will find time and come. How is the whole family? And then my big brother James Benson said, I will go with you to Germany for the deities that were taken away from Africa. Sure. I think your nephew is with me on the project, Professor Kojo Gavua. We were in Germany together. So I know if you ask him, he will tell you everything, and maybe when we are going to go and collect them, you as our senior brother and uncle will go with us. Thank you very much for James. I'm very grateful. Thank you. And how is Dachupe and all the children? My regards to them. Thank you. And then we have a African divine portal say about Bonlin divination, for example. Does Otura Meji mean the same thing in Ifa and in Yoruba? Yes, it's the same. Tula Meji, Alafia, is the same in Yoruba and in Ewe, because the Afa that the Ewes are using or calling Afa is actually from Ifa. That's why we also use the Yoruba adulterated name, because you in Yoruba they will say Otura Meji, but the Ewe Afa we say Tula Meji. So it is the Tula is an adulterated form of Otura. So it's the same, the meaning is the same, everything is the same. Sometimes the herbs in it are a little bit different, because every community has some herbs. You may find certain herbs in some community and you may not find them in some communities. So the Afa will, according to the Ewe Afa, there are certain herbs that are common in our community. That's what we use. And I believe that there may be similar herbs in Yoruba, because our people learned Afa from the Yorubas. So it's the same. Thank you very much, African Divine Portals. I'm grateful for that question. It's very good. And then we have a Solo King say, please, where by all the elders of your, whereby all the elders of your family are saying they go to church, what will you do? Okay, I said something earlier that most of the elders have now become Christians and they are church elders as well. But you will definitely find someone who has a family history who will tell you that, oh, our ancestors were this and that. It was not everybody's. Not our ancestors were not Christians because they were having their own way of worshiping God long before Christianity came. So in a case where you don't have any elder from your direct community or from your direct family who has any knowledge of traditional spirituality, then you can move out of your community to another community that may be close or far to learn more about about traditional spirituality, because traditional spirituality is universal. If you go to Bhutan, which is in the northern part of India, I mean, where it's a country, Bhutan kingdom, it's not Africa, but they also do their traditional spirituality. There is Buddhism as a religion, but they have their own traditional spirituality. Even if you go to Pakistan, where Islam is the main religion, they still have people who do traditional spirituality alongside Islam. So it is in everywhere. So traditional spirituality is a universal thing. Even if you go to Europe, go to the northern Europe, go to Eastern Europe, they still have their traditional spirituality, apart from Christianity. So definitely you will find someone who will be able to tell you about traditional spirituality. So or if you cannot find anybody, then you can reach out to other communities to learn from them, because it is a universal thing. So thank you. Wait, is bath finished?
No,
Are they not blowing the bell? Okay. So Solo King is a please. Okay, he is a Solo King. Yes, that is if you're in your community, you don't have, move to other communities and you'll surely find someone who will attend to you and teach you. And then we have a Solo King again is asking, and you are in abroad? No, I am in Ghana. If you want to come and learn from me, I am here in Accra. Our number is in our profile, and I think Bokor, you just wrote the number for the Mama Sika.
Yes, please. All right.
Yeah, so you can contact us if you want to learn from us. We are in Ghana here. Okay, let's move the cursor up. Let it go up small. Okay, so we have Luna Nicole say, Papa, has divination ever told someone they should not practice voodoo? Yes. Yes, divination had told so many people who wanted to be initiated into voodoo, and the divination will say, no, it is not your time to be initiated. But it's mostly in individual voodoo, because you see, when we say voodoo, it is not just one thing. There are thousands and thousands and thousands, and if not millions of voodoos that are in the world. So if you want to be initiated into voodoo, you must know what voodoo you want to be initiated into, or you must do a divination to find out what voodoos that you can work with. But it is not a question like voodoo is not just one single thing to say, oh, I am initiated into voodoo. Supposing you are initiated into Jokpata, this bracelet, that doesn't mean you are being initiated into all voodoos in the world. You are only initiated into Jokpata. There is a voodoo like this one, who you have not been initiated into. There is a voodoo, this one, which you have not been initiated into. There's a voodoo like this, which you have not been initiated into. There's a voodoo like this, which you have not been initiated into. And then there is a voodoo like this that you have not been initiated into. And then there is, of course, there is the voodoo abochi, which you have not been initiated into. So when you say that a person has been initiated into voodoo, a lot of time people think voodoo is just like a Christianity or Islam. No, voodoo is each one for its self on its own. So a voodoo, a divination, somebody, let's say somebody wants to be initiated into Mami Wata Voodoo, or want to be initiated into Jopata, or be initiated into Akai or any other voodoo. Like the voodoo I have just gone to pray to for my daughter, Togbe Glimdo. If somebody want to, and they ask, and the divination can say, no, it is not yet your time. But even in some other divination that you may do, or a divination you may do, the divination will point that, oh, this person with the challenges that they are having, please initiate the person into this voodoo, or that voodoo, or that voodoo. So that is what is, the voodoo is not like one single thing that once you are initiated into one, means you are initiated into voodoo. No. So in this case, sometimes a divination can tell you not to be initiated into certain voodoos if the divination think that you are not yet ready to be initiated into such voodoo. But there may be other voodoos that you can be initiated into. So the question is not totally complete. You can be, yes, a divination can say don't be initiated into a certain voodoo, but not generally that don't be initiated into voodoo. Thank you very much, Luna Nicole, for that question and comment. And then we have Invisibles. Okay, thanks very much, Papa, for the advice. You are welcome. Then Luna Nicole, Papa, has divination ever told anyone they should follow a different spiritual path, Afa versus Ifa? No, in our Ewe setting, when you come and a divination tells you to be initiated into Afa, you can choose to be initiated into Ifa, or you can choose to be initiated into Ewe Afa. It is the same. The voodoo is only, or the divination is only trying to tell you that you should know the path, your destiny's path. That is what initiation into Afa or Ifa tells you. It gives you your the roadmap to your destiny. So when a divination tells you that get initiated into Afa, it can be Ifa from the original Yorubas, or it can be Afa as the Ewes and other tribes apart from the Yorubas call it. Thank you very much for that question, Luna Nicole. And then we have a baby sweet saying good evening, Papa, how are you doing? We are fine, baby sweet. Thank you very much. That's Seto's mother. Yeah, okay, thank you. How are you? How are things with you? We are all fine. Thank you very much for joining the section. We are very grateful. I hope everything is going on well with you. Okay, let's go on. And then we have a Luna Nicole again says, so there are some other.
Yes, it is this.
Okay, so Luna Nicole is saying, it must be so awesome to have such a powerful spiritual father. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I am here for them. I brought them into this world, and it is my duty to protect them if anything wants to harm them or disturb them. Thank you very much, Luna, for that. Oh, my mind is not even on that. I was thinking you are talking about my spiritual father of the videos that were played before. Anyway, thank you very much. And then we have Joseph 05372472640015. Good evening, my daddy. How are you doing? Thank you very much, Joseph. How are you too? Thank you very much for joining the section. Then we have Big Adams. Hello, daddy. Please, how can I meet you? Big Adams, good evening to you and hello. My number is in my profile. when you go into the TikTok profile of Africa Magic Temple, you'll find my number there. You call the number, book an appointment, and you can meet me. Thank you very much. And then we have Luna Nicole. We need the details on your cap and top. Luna, this cap is just a cap that I have made, and I have in front of it here, I have the leopard skin, a real leopard skin here, and then I have a parrot feather here. Now, of course, the rest are made out of cowries and some fabric, and then some shining things around it here. And then, of course, the inside one is my normal red cap that I used to wear. And inside the cap, this cap, I have some talismans that were sewed in there to protect me. Yeah, so this is my spiritual cap I use when I feel good. I wear it. I have different other ones, but this is when I am going to more into the public space, and it is more befitting because the other ones are very, very serious caps, and I only wear them when I am inside the shrine. So this is what I have here. Thank you very much, Luna. When you come to Ghana, you want me to make one for you, I will make one for you. How are you feeling now? You feeling much better? Slowly? Just relax, you'll be better. The will help you. Okay? And then we have invisible. What are voodoo, or what is the meaning of voodoo? Okay, invisible. The word voodoo is an Ewe and a Fo. Fo is a tribe or an ethnic group called the Fo people of Benin. And then the Ewe people of Benin, Ghana, Benin, Togo, Ghana, and part of Nigeria. The Fo, they call the Fo and the Ewe people, they call spirit voodoo, or voodoo. It's rather the opposite way. It's not voodoo, but it's voodoo. It's not voodoo, but voodoo. That's what we call spirit in our language. Just like how the Arabs call spirit genie, the Ewes call, in our line, see that? I love the Amlan, in our line, but no, we hold on TV. I know, okay. See that? It's not voodoo, but voodoo. But if this word is the word you want to understand in Ewe, the word voodoo means well, where they dig the ground like a borehole. They dig the ground and fetch water from it. That one we call voodoo, V-U-D-O. But if you are trying to ask the word voodoo, then it's V-O-D-U. That's how it is spelled in our language. Voodoo is different from voodoo. Okay? So I don't know which one you are trying to ask, but that's the meaning of the two words. One is voodoo, which means V-O-D-U, which is spirit. And then another one is voodoo, which means well, where people fetch water from. That is V-U-D-O. So whichever you are trying to write, if it's a spelling mistake or whatever it is. So one means a well where you fetch water, and another one means spirit in our language. Thank you very much. And then Luna Nicole is saying, so can, please raise it.
Yes, I'm writing there.
Raise it up so that I can read the down ones also. Go up, move it up so that this invisible one that I just answer. Yeah, okay. So Luna Nicole is saying, so can someone be initiated into Afa, Ifa, Candomblé, Haitian Voodoo, and so on, Papa? Yes, if you want. if you want to be initiated into Afa, and then you also want to go and get initiated into Ifa, and you want to be initiated into Candomblé, or initiated into Haitian Voodoo, yes, you can. Why not? There is no limitation in learning. If you want to learn from the Yoruba origin, where Ifa comes from, after learning Afa, you can still learn that one, or you can learn Ifa, and you can decide to learn Afa as well, because there is nothing wrong, because in reality they are the same thing. It's only that they are a little bit adulteration depending on the culture in which you find it, because like Haitian Voodoo originally came from West African Voodoo of the Ewe people and the Four people, because they were the people who were enslaved and moved from our area, our ancestors that were moved to Haiti into the Caribbeans, and that's why they carry the Voodoo with them. But you must also understand that the Voodoo that they carry with them was very pure. But because the area in which they live, and it was not only the Ewes who were transported or taken to that particular place called Haiti, people from different other cultures, Indians, people from Central Africa, people from Northern Africa, people from Eastern Africa, Southern Africa, and all kind of people came and met in that port called Haiti. And then each one has their own spirituality. And as time went by, these different spiritualities got mixed up and messed up, so that they are all calling them all Voodoo. So there will be somewhere you will get a Voodoo, but then the practices and the things that they are doing, if you look deep, may not be coming directly from the Ewe people, but it is also Voodoo. So whether you want to practice Haitian Voodoo, or Ewe Voodoo, or Yoruba Ifa, or Ewe Afa, you don't have any problem. You can add them all together. And then Candomblé, which is, I believe, is coming from Central Africa, which also found its way into the diaspora. The Candomblé also is a Voodoo, but then in the language of the people who brought it, they call it Candomblé. And in the language of the Ewe people, and for people who found themselves misplaced or taken away from, or displaced from their own original home, they call their own Voodoo. But then somehow everybody starts calling them Voodoo because it becomes a common and easy name. I don't know. And then that's it. So Candomblé, Haitian Voodoo, Yoruba, Orisha practice, Ifa, Afa, it's all the same. You can choose to practice them all or get initiated into them all. There is no conflict in them at all. It's only sometimes some teachers, because they want to keep you and tell you not to go to another place, they will tell you, oh, don't get initiated into this one is dangerous. Nothing is dangerous if you find a correct teacher. And then we have Luna Nicole again. I say, I'm not sure if I'm asking properly, Papa. Yes, that's why I try to explain it and break it down. The question is okay. You don't have any problem with it. That's why I try to answer it that way, because they are all actually the same. Afa, Ifa are the same thing. Haitian Voodoo and Ewe Voodoo is the same thing, but then there are some kind of adulteration depending on the encounter that this traditional disciplines had or spirituality had with other cultures. So there may be some little changes. That's the same thing with each Ifa. And then Candomblé, I have never practiced Candomblé, but from what I have read and heard from people, it is called Voodoo in our language. Whether it is called Candomblé is in Congo or whatever, but in our language, if we want to mention that, we will just call it Voodoo because it's a spiritual practice. And then invisible is Papa, what is Afa? Afa is the spirit of divination and a discipline of knowing your destiny. That's what Afa is all about. And Afa is what the Ewes call it, And then the Igbos and some other tribes also call it Afa. But then the Yorubas call it Ifa. And then in Ewe, we actually use the Yoruba words for the Afa Odus or Afadu. Thank you. And then Luna Nichols, thank you for explaining about your hand, because you know I love it, but I meant your drinking cup. Okay. Are you talking about this, Luna? It's just a plastic cup that I bought from the market, and I use it to pour libation. It's a plastic cup, very cheap. I think it was 5 cedis. Yeah, very cheap, but it's plastic. So the reason I'm using plastic is that because I don't want to let it fall from my hand and break. So I use plastic these days to do my use for my prayer. Once in a while, if I can't get the plastic handy, I use normal glass. Thank you. So we have Agbevivi explaining from this. Vodu means spirit, whilst voodoo means a well where one fetches water. Exactly. Thank you very much, Agbevivi, for that. And then Invisible say, what is the advantage of consulting to know who you reincarnate? I don't know what advantage it is for you to consult to know who you are reincarnated. I don't see any importance in that. For me personally, I don't ask, and I have never asked who I have reincarnated, because it's not important to me. I am here now, and I ask about who I am. What am I supposed to do here? I don't know who I was in the past. It's not relevant to me anymore. But of course, some people, it is their interest, but I have never even asked anyone in all my 40, 50 years of spirituality that I want to know who I have reincarnated or who I was in my past life. But if you are interested in that, then you must know what advantage it will be for you. That's why you ask. For me, it is not necessary. I am here, I'm teaching. That's what I know. Even if in my past life I was whatever I was, it does not matter. At least I am here now, and I am teaching. And then Luna said the silver one pepper. Why is the silver? Oh, Luna. Thank you. You see, you asked of cup. You see, in our Ghanaian English, we'll call this one cup. Of course, many people also will call it cap. But when you don't, you wrote it, I was thinking that you were talking about my cap. Maybe I didn't read it well, that it was CAP. CUP. I did not see. Let's see what it was. Is it CUP?
The CUP.
It was a CUP. Okay. So I thought it was the hat that I was wearing. That's what you were talking about. Sorry for misunderstanding you. No, it's just a normal drinking cup that I use for doing reading for Abochi. Because when you are doing the reading of the mirror, you normally have to fetch water in a cup. That's how my teacher used to do it. And then when you send the spirits to go, the spirits inside the mirror, when you send them to wherever you want to send them to, when they return, they will alert you that they are back. And in our culture, when people travel and come back home, or when they travel and they reach a place that they are supposed to reach, or where they were going, we fetch water and we give them water. So when Abochi, you send Abochi far away, and or even near, when it comes back, it will alert you, and then you give it water to drink. And then you, the priest, also will drink some first before you give the spirits to drink. So it is my drinking cup that I have many, many years ago. Today I decided to get it from my room to bring it out here, because every day I'm changing different cups here. Sometimes they are getting me a pure water sachet water and all this. So I decided to bring this one here so that I can be drinking. After all, Abochi is always here with me when I'm doing the program. So this is my cup that I drink water with Abochi. My mind is not even on it that I have it here, even though I drank from it once, but my mind is for me, it's part of me, so I don't really take any note of it. But thank you very much for that. So it's a normal cup that I drink from. Thank you very much, Luna Nicole. And the invisible say, what is the importance of knowing your water of reincarnation, if it exists? I don't know. I've never even heard about it before. Invisible. Whoever is telling you this one should be able to explain to you what they are. I have no idea whatsoever. Because spirituality is not limited to one group of people. It's a universal thing, and each and every culture and each and every culture and country and ethnic group have their own way of approaching the divine being or divinity. So when somebody is teaching you something, ask them more questions about what they are teaching you. It's not everything in spirituality in the world that I know. I know what I had been taught and what I learned along my way, but I did not learn everything in the world, so I cannot know everything. So whoever is giving you this idea about reincarnation and all this thing, that you reincarnated from some water and all this thing, I have never heard them before. The person should be the rightful person to give you answers to that. But if in the future I know anything about this and you ask me again, I will be able to tell you. Thank you very much. And then Luna said, the stainless steel cup with the lead, Papa. Yes, I have now gotten you. Yes, he said, Luna said, I love that it has a lead. Yes, it has a lead in the sense that, in our place, we have a lot of flies. And sometimes you are sitting under a tree, and inside the tree there may be birds, there may be worms and all these things which can easily fall into your water. You may see, or maybe some bird may make a dropping into your water or whatever. So my teacher always had a cup that had a lid on it, and it's always covered. When he wants to drink, he opens it, and then after that he puts it back. So I have two of these, but then I don't know where the other one is. Thank you. And then Invisible, I was saying thank you, Papa. Thank you to Invisible. Let's see other places if there are some questions, because now we have questions around here on YouTube. Okay, thank you all on YouTube, and sorry that we have kept you waiting. And then we have Toby Jigbezan was teaching. I haven't been able. I don't know whether Toby Jigbezan has been hearing us since we have fixed this thing, but maybe if you are not hearing, then it's probably your device. So you have to look at it, because Bokor Lynette was also saying that she could hear everything. So it might be your device that is having some challenges. So look at them. But if you are hearing, then let us know. And then Bokor Kwabena Penny say, hi, Papa. I hope you are doing well today. I just wanted to say thank you once more. We really appreciate you and the whole AMT team. Many blessings to you all. Thank you very much, Bokor Kwabena Penny, and congratulations to you on your wedding, you and Ada. My blessings are with you, and my prayers, you are both in my prayers all the time. May the ancestors and the spirits of nature continue to bless both of you, and may they strengthen you together, that you may and can overcome all the challenges that marriage may bring your way. I had been married for the past 32 years, and I have seen so many challenges, and I am still bracing it. They are not yet over. So you are just beginning, and I'm praying for you, and I'll be praying for you every day that you can withstand all the troubles that marriage brings to the two of you. Thank you very much, Bokor. I'm grateful. You say?
Sila mentioned is she can hear now.
Somebody is here.
No, she said is she can hear.
Okay. You mean Toby Jibeza?
Sila Amiji. She posted that. Let me fetch the comment.
Okay.
Because we can hear. I can hear it on my device.
Who is saying so? Say it out.
Somebody is here. Sila Amiji.
Okay. You mean Toby?
I just wanted you to hear the output.
Okay. Sila. Okay, my in-law there. Sila Ameji said, good evening, Papa. Please, the sound is okay now. Thanks. Oh, thank you very much. We have kept you so long. We didn't even know you were there. How is my princess? Thank you very much for taking good care of yourself and her. We are very grateful. And have a very wonderful week. Thank you. And then we have a Sidika Hennigan. Greetings. Please do a sound check for Facebook viewers. Okay. I think it has now come. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Sila again, after coming, said, please, the sound should be checked. We can't hear anything on Facebook. Thanks. 1 hour ago. Okay. Thank you. I think okay. So thank you. Then we have okay, we have already answered that question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and that was the first question we answered, was in the Weche Saki the second. Okay. Thank you all.
Please,
That's all. And okay, so this Revolution, African Magic Temple, and also check whether we have anything on African Magic Temple again. Somebody was saying that our website was down, but Seriam check and he says it's not true.
It's up. It's been up. I've updated it even with the Bremen Legbajuka.
Okay.
Even the interview on the TVs.
They were all there. Okay, so that means it is not down.
So everything is fine. There's no question on the revolution.
Okay. So thank you all very much for today. I'm going to close today's section, and I'll pray for all of you so that this week that we have just started today and a new month should bring all the best that you desire. Oh, ago. Medakpe lo mauga sobolisa medakpe mauga kitikata medakpe mauga se medakpe. Togbe mama pete medakpe togbe glindo medakpe akayin medakpe. The different poto medakpe fana gonu medakpe. Oh, medoago zi to me yo afana gonu afagbo majito. pẹ́pẹ́ Thomas olómọ ẹ̀dá pẹ́ àfìdí mẹ́yọ́ pọ̀lì gbẹ méjì eku méjì wọlé méjì di méjì lóso méjì mọ́lẹ̀ méjì abúlá méjì àkàlà méjì gúdá méjì sá méjì ká méjì túrúpẹ̀ méjì túlá méjì lẹ́tẹ̀ méjì tse méjì fún méjì pọ̀lì tse túlá mẹ́yọ́ clẹ́bọ̀ fi dé kẹ́mẹ́ pọ̀ àtọ́ba dé òbú àmà tọ́ba dé ní adé má pò ní di nàtẹ́fẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ mi là fòdùtsó mi àwọn tọ́gbé kple mi àmàmá wo dàgbẹ̀dàgbẹ̀ kò mí bíá náà kẹ́kẹ́ mẹ́ kple mi àntọ́ kple mi àvió mi àbẹ tọ́gbé yọvió mi àsrọ̀ kple mi àbẹ lọ́làó tọ́gbé mama wo mi náà mọ́ ní hu náà gbẹ̀ náà mi ló ní mi wọ̀nù ní mi kpọ̀ ta ni ní mi tsasi mi kpọ̀ ta ni mi dẹ̀sọ̀rọ̀ mi kpọ̀ ta ni mi dzivi de ní mi kpọ̀ ta ni ní mi dẹ kokolo kpó de kpó ní yọ mi dẹ dọ̀kọ̀ kpó de kpó ní yọ ní mi dẹ tsaxɛ kpó de kpó ní yọ exɔɖɔme n'eve dzidzilawo no dzi madzimadzilawo no dzi goŋgoŋgoŋgoŋ lo. May the ancestors all guide you all through this week, give you good health, open doors for you, bring you opportunities, and may the doors that are close to you be open. Those of you who are looking for opportunities, may your doors open. Those who are looking for job, may you have jobs. May those who are looking for spouses, may the spouses come your way, good spouses come your way. And those of you who are looking for children, may you have children. May the ancestors continue to strengthen your hand and make your children and yourself and your businesses and your loved ones strong. I wish you all a blessed week. Thank you very much, and I thank you all for being here. Check TikTok for one more. There's possibility there will be a question there. Okay, so we are done. We don't have anything anywhere, and thank you all. Until next week, I'll meet you again. May the ancestors continue to bless you and open the doors for you. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Who? Say Ike is a Luna say thank you for your time and teaching Papa. Have a blessed week, everyone. Thank you to an Invincible is also saying thanks, and say Ike is a please your contact. It's in our profile, so you can find our contact in our profile. We are grateful to all of you for having the time to spend with us here. Thank you all. Come in. This one. Get me my phone and let me see. I have to send money to this guy, Albert. Elle est clean.
Comment va de?
Elle est gate noire.
Mais la school a pas gate.
And the house that I am sharing the wall with on your right, when you face the school on the right side, there's a wall that is not painted. It's having a black gate.
A black gate.
And move towards your right side. That's the one that is. You see? It's number X44. Are you at the gate?
I've seen the house.
X44.
X44.
44.